Now, our next guest is a global best-selling author who's best known for his famous Artemis Fowl series, having sold over 25 million books translated into 40 languages worldwide.
And he's celebrating 20 years since Artemis Fowl hit our bookshelves. But he's also celebrating something else this morning. It's Eoin Colfer's birthday. Good morning to you, Eoin. How are you?
We don't talk about birthdays anymore. When you've got hair like Santa Claus.
A very happy birthday.
Very happy birthday, anyway, from all your Ireland AM fans. So is there big celebrations this weekend? What are the plans?
It's massive. It's as much as COVID will allow. So the big thing is that we're going down to Wexford and we are reuniting my mother, Noreen, with Jackie's mother, Betty, and they haven't seen each other in a year, and they've been friends for like 40 years. So I imagine there's going to be kind of orchestral music as they come together. So that's fantastic. So it's great to see that kind of thing happening again. So we're looking forward to that tomorrow.
It really is. And have they been vaccinated? Have you registered to be vaccinated? Are you going to be? What's your plans?
I am going to be vaccinated. I've registered. Jackie and I are in the cohort now, and Betty and Noreen have been vaccinated, so it's all good. It's a brighter day is dawning, and we're really looking forward to seeing some friends again.
Yeah. Well, you were certainly very busy in lockdown over the last year. And the last time that we were chatting was probably pre-lockdown, because you were in studio with us, and you very kindly gave me one of the Fowl Twins, the first one, the book, to bring home to Ben, my 9-year-old at the time. He absolutely adored it, and he devoured it. And there's another book for children around the country to look forward to as well. The Fowl Twins are back in paperback. So tell us about this one.
Well, first of all, I'm glad Ben liked it, or this would have been a really awkward interview.
Yeah, just a tad awkward.
Yeah. So the second book, the twins are back again, and this time they're flying all over the world to save it. So they're not as kind of nasty as their older brother Artemis. And you can see there in the opening shot, they're getting chased. They've borrowed their dad's jet and they're getting chased by a missile, which was fired at them by malignant dwarves. It's all action, all fun, all games, and hopefully it'll go down as well with Ben. And the rest.
I'm sure it will. Are they great fun to write?
They are. I think I'm getting more infantile the older I get, because now I used to try and have some semblance of decorum, but now I'm just trying to put as many fart jokes in as I can. I think there's a legal limit of that. It's about 50, and then it's not seen as a book anymore. But I'm nearly there. But I'm having the greatest fun of my life actually writing these. So I'm going to do one more, and then it's time to retire.
Oh, okay. Eoin, 20 years ago, when you were still teaching and you were writing this, did you ever think it would be such a worldwide hit?
No. I mean, I suppose you have these, what I call these lottery-winning dreams that, you'll be a big bestseller. But really, and actually still, my focus is to get published. And I just want to have that book in my hand. And you can see I have a little altar to myself on the wall behind me, which is not out in the house, obviously. So every morning when I come into my office here, I get such a jolt of just pride when you just see your name on the spines of 50-odd hardback books. But I still, even though it's that many, every time is like the first time, as they say. So I still get the same buzz from writing as I used to when I was...
They're your babies, of course. Yeah. And not only books, it must have been an incredible experience getting the Artemis Fowl book made into a movie. And we've seen that movie after Ben read the book. Yeah. We watched it and he absolutely loved it. As did I, actually. It's a great one for parents and kids to enjoy together. That must have been a brilliant experience for you too, seeing your characters come to life.
It was, and I thought the most exciting thing would be seeing it come to life. But actually, for me, the most exciting thing was meeting people like Ferdia and Lara, who played the two leads and who were absolutely amazing. I think are destined for stardom. And Kenneth Branagh, get to hang out with people like Josh Gad, and just to meet the set designer and to see it being built. All of that. I love to be involved in the process. So, which is why I love theatre so much. You can just hang around.
And did Kenneth Branagh ask you, like, did he want your input? Because, you know, sometimes directors and producers can go, thank you, we'll take the script, we'll take the screenplay, and thank you, we don't want you involved.
Well, they did want my input. If anything, I was the one who kind of stepped back and let them do it, because I was learning about film, which I still don't really understand fully. It's quite a complicated business, but they were fantastic. I mean, they wanted me there as much as I could be there, and in fairness, I wasn't. So, if anything, I let them down. but I'm always happy to leave experts do what they do.
And did you get to hang out with Dame Judi Dench?
She is the one person I didn't meet, and I was very disappointed because every day she was in on the set. She was very little on the set, and I had the great line. I was, you know, Dame Judy, we have the same hairdo. Let's bond. But it didn't happen. But hopefully, I'll bump into her somewhere on the set.
Yeah.
I thought the little boy who was the lead was just phenomenal. He was fantastic.
Ferdy is great. He's a lot taller than that now, but yeah, he's great. He's very talented, and he has all these supplementary talents. Like he plays the guitar, he can do this, he can surf. So he's a fit young man, very intelligent, and I think he's going to go for
Good luck to him. You mentioned that you might semi-retire in terms of the Artemis series, and of course you've so many other books as well that you've written, including crime novels. Do you like just putting one genre aside and moving on to something else? Is that good for the writing process and for your head?
It's bad for your career, but it's good for your head, because I find I've done 2 or 3 fantasy books now. I've actually already finished the 3rd Fowl Twins book. And so it's time to move on. As I always say, I've been doing childish stuff like leprechauns for long enough. It's time to do something more grown up, like dragons. So I don't change that much, I suppose, but I do like to change around. And I have some collaborations coming, and a graphic novel with all the legal pals there. You can see them over my shoulder there. So I'm not very good at pointing on.
Oh, and do you have a process in writing? When we interview authors a lot, some of them sort of say, I get up at 6:30 every morning and I work till 4, and that's my day, and that's what I do. And others go, oh, it just comes to me and I run to the office and I start getting on the laptop. What is your process?
Well, at my age, I do get up at 6:30 every morning, but there's another reason for that, and I go immediately back to bed. And but I'm just joking. I am quite an early riser. So usually I go out to Urban Fitness, do a bit of gym work when they reopen at about 9, go for a walk with my pal Deck. And then from about 12 on until bedtime, I'm working really.
Oh, wow.
I walk around with my computer under my arm.
That's intense enough, Eoin. Eoin, can we ask you about the International Literature Festival? Because there are so many big names attached to it this year, and it starts as of the 20th of May, so next Thursday.
20th to the 30th, yeah. It's brilliant. I mean, they've managed to assemble a formidable lineup, including the people who I call the Wham of children's books, and that is Shane Hegarty and Dermot O'Leary. I don't want to say which one is George Michael, but they are definitely a force to be reckoned with. And I, of course, will go to anything that has the word literature in the title. So I'm very happy to be doing a show on the 29th at 12 o'clock, so you can tune in, and I'll be answering questions and telling stories about growing up in the 70s in Ireland, which was more fun than you might think. And yeah, if there's anything you want to know about Artemis Fowl or the Fowl Twins or me, just all you have to do is tune in. So it's a really easy one to attend.
Such a lovely way for you to connect with your younger audience as well. And I suppose that's one thing that lockdown has taught us, is that, you know, with Skype and all of the advantages with it, you really can connect with your audience.
Well, I think for me, that's one of the best. It's the best thing about the festival for me, is being able to connect. And I'm really looking at it from the point of view of little Eoin in 1972 or 73, when I was thinking about maybe writing stories, but it just seemed like a magical process. So to see a writer and talk to them and realize they're just normal folks, I think it's a great thing for young writers, and hopefully it will encourage a few of them to go on and type out their first story.
Oh, no doubt you will.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure talking to you. And once
my
again,
pleasure, Alex.
happy birthday to you. Hope you have a lovely weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
And enjoy the reunion.
see you soon.
Sounds really
Thanks a
wonderful.
million. See you soon, guys.
See you.
Take
Bye-bye.
care, Owen. And of course, if you'd like to join Owen at the International Literature Festival, which sounds wonderful, it's starting on the 20th of May, all you have to do is head over to ilfdublin.com.
Glad I didn't read that.
Phonetically spelled.
Hi. Coming up next, we've more summer styles at the catwalk. I would have made an absolute